I think Birthing Pod had a great run.
Right.
Not even good run, a great run. And let's give something else the opportunity to have a great run.
I disagree.
So are you anti-standard rotations or rotations in general?
I don't play standard. I have no opinion. Like the majority of Magic players, I don't play standard.
Well, that's...
Welcome to Shuffle Up and Play. Today, the two titans of Magic the Gathering coverage, Cedric Phillips, Patrick Sullivan, have come to put their skills to the ultimate test. But there's a catch. Gentlemen, I have prepared the decks for you.
Oh no.
I have built two decks from Magic's history. Think back to GP Richmond, 2014. Do you remember?
Did we cover it?
Did you cover GPs?
Infrequently, every once in a while.
Okay, I believe the Richmond. I actually don't think we covered this. No, so we covered GPs. We covered Jersey. We covered Charlotte. I don't think we covered Richmond.
Orlando?
Miami.
Miami.
Maybe Orlando too.
Both.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, both.
Salt Lake?
I wasn't there. I was playing and losing.
Modern was the format.
Okay.
These two decks were in the top 8.
Neither of us were.
I certainly was not.
Birthing Pod versus Splinter Twin.
Okay. I'm
This-
down. Give me Pod. I want Pod so bad.
Well, you're gonna have to earn the right to pick first
Okay.
because we're gonna have a roll-off to see who gets to pick which one they play.
Ooh.
We have Jamie Parks, Splinter Twin. This is card for card.
Jamie Park.
May I? Okay.
LSV's Birthing Pod.
Okay.
May I just, to advocate my case here? Jamie Park was the first pro Magic player that I looked up to.
Wow.
When I was a kid, like 1996, 1997.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
That's
And I'd also like to advocate that I despise Luis, and I see him regularly,
Yeah.
and it's tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's
I
tough.
have heard that. I
Okay.
mean, you know, every time I talk to Marshall, it's the same.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
No.
It's
Yeah,
a lot.
I've heard.
Okay.
I've heard. So the way we determine this is we will do a roll. Whoever wins may choose either to go first or to pick first. That's the way it works. So if you win and you pick the deck, that means you are not on the play though, if you get the pick of deck. But you may win and say, you know what, I'll let my opponent pick and I'll be on the play. That's how we're going to do this.
High roll or even odds?
high roll. Okay. This is a professional setting. We high roll.
Bang, 8. 8 is great.
Try and keep it on the mat.
6.
So, Cedric, you may choose one of those two decks to be yours or allow Patrick to choose. All right.
Taking Birthing Pod.
That means Patrick, though, gets to go first. Jamie Park's Splinter Twin.
Okay.
You may open them up. They do need to be shuffled.
Just so that you know, so you push. You push. The Ultimate Guard Boulder.
I don't need the...
The Ultimate Guard Boulder. You push. It's not that hard.
No, has this been difficulty with him in the
I
past?
don't know. If your deck box needs an instructional manual or tutorial, then, you know, who's that on?
Ultimate Guard
You need to look through the
Boulder.
cards.
sorry.
It's Splinter
You don't
Twin.
get to look?
It's, the lists. They're from, aren't you two professionals? You should know what these lists are. It's Birthing Pod. Don't you know how Birthing Pod works?
I do know how the card Birthing
Right.
Pod
Do you know how
works.
Splinter Twin works?
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you my blood type, much less Jamie Park's exact deck list from GP Richmond 2014.
I'm sure he just downloaded it off the internet like we all do, right? That's what
right.
I do. I just
No,
I just
I
look
mean-
at who won the GP top 8 and I download their list.
I definitely agree with you that it doesn't matter to know the deck list of Birthing Pod searching for one of creatures, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I don't need to look.
Yeah.
You trust in your hero, Jamie Park, that he constructed this deck to your satisfaction.
And just to ensure,
You really want to shuffle that though, by the way.
no, just to ensure a clean randomization.
Is that allowed? Is that allowed?
I want to make sure I get a good shuffle.
I got it banned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of your great works of your time in the booth alongside me, do you think you had more of an impact on pile shuffling or the banning of Gitaxian Probe?
Pile shuffling.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Because Gitaxian Probe is like, well, once you like have a rudimentary sense of the game engine, you know it's not okay.
Which most people don't.
And what is your stance on mana weaving?
Can I shuffle your deck? Are you all set there?
I was just gonna
It's
say.
time. It's time to play a little Magic.
Well, I didn't
here.
pile it out, so it wasn't randomized.
It wasn't randomized. Yeah.
Look at these two pros shuffling. You can't just cut. Can't just do a gentleman's
Absolutely
cut.
not. This is a serious game.
And
You didn't bring us here for
Don't
a
you trust
non-serious
him?
game.
Don't you trust him after all these years?
Occasionally, but it's early. It's early, so we'll have to see how it goes. Plus, I gotta be honest. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I really like shuffling sleeves and decks.
These are Dragon Shield sleeves.
Yeah, I get great enjoyment of just this, and then a little of this action, and now here we go.
All right.
Here we go. Are we doing a roll to see who goes first?
But you already did. Weren't
That's
you listening
right.
to me? I explained it very clearly.
That's right.
So he didn't listen to a word I said.
Well, that's one interpretation.
Oh.
The other is that this is ethical lapse. Keep it clean. That's all.
Maybe.
All right.
All right.
You know, birthing pot. Oh, yeah. Good luck.
That was it. You dead shaked me.
I did.
You gave me the dead
It can be
shake.
a lot worse.
Now,
than
you
that, too.
two are expert commentators. Do you feel that one of these has an advantage over the other, Splinter, or is it a very good matchup, Splinter Twin v Birthing Pod?
I think it's a very good and interactive matchup. I think I lean birthing pod's way slightly.
Well, obviously.
I'm going to keep this hand.
Okay. I'm gonna keep. Remember, announce all of your permanents and all that jazz.
Okay, I'm
'Cause I
gonna
don't know what the cards do.
I'm gonna play a Steam Vents. This is an island, mountain, land, and when there's the battlefield, it either is tapped or I have to pay 2 life. I
right.
choose to play it tapped, and it's your turn.
Big draw. Okay, I'm going to play a copy of Godless Shrine. Same thing as a Steam Vents, except for it taps for white or black mana. Also
Cool.
known as battlefield tap. Still 20. It's your turn.
Riveting turn 1 plays here.
That's right.
Gentlemen.
All right, I'm gonna cast Searing Visions. This is a single blue mana sorcery, draw a card, and then scry 2.
Okay,
So I'll draw,
there it is.
then I'm gonna scry 2. I'm gonna put both of these on the bottom.
That's good. That's good for me, I think.
Flushing them away.
That's right. Doesn't need them.
I'm gonna play a Sulphur Falls. This is a land that taps for blue and red, and enters the battlefield tapped unless I have an island or mountain that I have over here.
Story checks out.
Your turn.
I'm having draw. Turn 2. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Razorverge Thicket is my land for the turn. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Checks out. Taps for green or white alongside my white and black land. Hello, Obzon. Now, Patrick, in our storied history of doing coverage together, there are some cards that are on your list of cards you do not enjoy. One of them being Matter Reshaper, which I cannot cast for a myriad of reasons. Do you think I have the other?
I think you might have a certain elemental in your hand.
I may have a certain
From
element.
Dragon's Maze.
That's correct. That's correct. Well done, my friend. It is Voice of Resurgence.
You want to explain for the viewers at home what this thing does?
This is a green and white 2/2 elemental. I believe it is mythic as well for reasons. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that's you, during your turn, it's my turn, or when Voice of Resurgence dies, put a green and white elemental creature token onto the battlefield with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control.
That's just a natural design.
Yeah.
That must. What is that? An M10? Or was that an alpha?
Yeah, it just rolls off the top.
Yeah, that's like, how do you not do that design?
Yeah.
You're working on Magic, you know?
It'll be your turn.
All right, great.
A real problem for the Splinter Twin strategy. I would really like for your third land in the battlefield tapped. That's unfortunate.
Play Sulphur Falls.
Sure.
I'm going to cast an Electrolyze, targeting your Voice of Resurgence. This is a blue, red, and colorless instant. Deals 2 damage divided any way I'd like among any number of target creatures or players, and I draw a card. So I'm going to deal 2 to your Voice.
This will die, but I get a token.
That's correct.
You understand? Oh, and I get to make a token?
You get to make it
Oh,
using
wow.
Infinitokens, not a sponsor of this show. We just think they're cool.
I'm going to draw off the Electrolyze.
Remember when Electrolyze was like a card in Modern? Those were the days.
They were the days. It was a good card.
Yeah,
It's a good card. I like that
It's a good card.
Yeah, it's flexible. Sometimes it's card advantage. You can get away from it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Different time.
Yeah. All
Different
right.
time.
So there's your token. That's quite an artistic skill and talent you got there, Cedric.
Yeah, one of the
That's-
things I'm
yeah.
not great at is drawing, so I think a smiley face will work.
Right.
It's my
It's your
turn?
It's your
Nice.
turn.
Okay. So you tapped out, which is fantastic. I'll draw a card.
And for the folks at home, what is this token's properties? Just since you drew a smiley face.
Well, it's it's a natural design. How could
Yeah.
anyone be confused?
What are the properties of said token?
You need an explanation for what that is?
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I never played Birthing Pod.
Well,
I
I
was
think-
on Merfolk in 2014,
I just think-
and I'm on Merfolk today.
I just think that smiley face plus token is pretty clear.
Oh.
But for those that it's not clear for, this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control.
All
so
right.
currently a fun.
All right.
I'll draw. Whew. Big draw step.
Not a good sound.
Not yet. Not yet.
It looks like he's held up on land.
No, you're wrong about that. Razorverge Thicket would be a land for the turn. Untapped because, again,
Yeah.
2 or less lands. So we're clear for takeoff there, which is fan standing. Well, gonna party on across.
No blocks.
For a solid 1. Take your 1.
19.
I'm going to pay 2 Phyrexian mana for the namesake card of the deck, Birthing Pod. And as is my time to do, for 1 and a Phyrexian mana, which is 2 life, or the color green, and tap Birthing Pod, sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrificed creature's converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability, Patrick, only anytime you could cast a sorcery. I could cast a sorcery. It's your turn. Powerful. Remember the days of covering this card?
Yeah.
I loved it. I actually did.
I mean, the game usually was over pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a complicated, it's like, oh, what's gonna happen here? There's so many possible permutations and decision trees, and it's like, no, they're just dead. You're gonna tap that thing 5 times and they're dead.
It's kind of over.
Yeah, all right.
Now, do you think Birthing Pod should have been banned?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because it was outrageously powerful.
So is a lot of things in Modern.
Yeah, well, it's good to have a new experience.
Yeah.
This doesn't need to be legal for 10 years. We got enough of it for like 5 or 6 years. Let's move on to the next thing.
No, the whole point of Modern is not moving on to the next thing.
Is it though?
Well, not anymore. Now it rotates.
Ish. I think Birthing Pod had a great run.
Right.
Not even good run, a great run. And let's give something else the opportunity to have a great run.
I disagree.
So are you anti-standard
Island.
rotations or rotations in general?
I don't play Standard. I have no opinion. Like the majority of Magic players, I don't play Standard.
Well, that's you win this round. You win this round.
Cedric, how many cards are in your hand?
Not that matters, but 5. Does that impact your decision?
It does.
Okay.
You think I'm just asking to ask? I'm the type of person, you
yes.
think I'm out here at just, how many cards, where are you at?
Yeah, 20.
Let me read your Rage Reverse thicket. Come on, dude.
Actually, yeah, 20. I am at 20.
No, you're
This
not.
funny, your spin down said 18.
Why would I be at 8? Why would I not be? Yep, 18's right. Keep going. Keep going. I missed
Well,
it.
you gotta
I
watch
forgot.
this
I
guy like
forgot.
a hawk.
I did it, and I forgot. Okay. Look, it's kind of all going up here. Just please continue. I've apologized. Please continue.
Don't condescend to me again
Okay.
about this. Come on. Go. I have effects in your upkeep.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm going to attempt to resolve Deceiver Exarch. This is a blue and 2 colorless for a 1/4 cleric. It has flash. And when Deceiver Exarch enters the battlefield, choose 1. Untap target permanent you control, or tap target permanent an opponent controls.
All right.
Does this resolve?
That resolves.
I'm gonna target your Birthing Pod.
That's a good choice. It's down. Tapping it. Yep. Okay. So now I get to draw a card for the turn.
Proceed.
Rippy. Come on, Seti. Oof, not great. All right, so that's a 1/4. Pretty big. Pretty big. I'm gonna play an Overgrown Tomb, which is much like Godless Shrine and Steam Vents, except for it's the black-green variety, or what some people would call Golgari. Others would call Witherbloom.
No one says that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I kind of
Yeah,
wanted.
Golgari.
I kind of wanted to help Watsy out there a little.
Don't. Come on.
It's your turn.
It's a Golgari land. We're not gonna.
You're playing Prismari Twin.
Yeah, this is Prismari Twin.
Really good. It's a really good deck.
All right. We play another island.
It's a good choice.
So this is the big moment here. He's got one of the pieces in play. He wants to get the other one in play, but he's worried about your response.
Well, what response?
Well, you got some lands untapped.
I do.
I imagine there's a response.
Well, I don't know. I'm playing Obzon. I could cast Siege Rhino next turn.
No, that hasn't come out yet.
Ooh,
We're
right.
years.
Yeah,
we're,
you're
we're
right.
a couple
You're
years
right.
away from Siege Rhino. It
You're
doesn't
right.
exist.
No, you're right. It's Pernicious Deed, actually. It's probably what it would be.
I'd like to move to combat.
I can't stop you. I'll take it. Just to confirm, I've had some issues with this in the past.
Just 1.
17.
It's your turn.
Like that. Like that. All right. I'm gonna untap. Any upkeep effects, friend?
No, go for it.
All right, drawn.
Yep.
Bang. That's not great. Let's do a little of this Verdant Catacombs action. You seen this? You heard about these?
You heard about these
You
guys?
familiar with these guys?
They let you play with that?
People call this, I think it was a fetch land. Okay, so this,
A Witherbloom fetch land.
yeah, Witherbloom fetch land is correct. So this here, you can tap, it's important, pay a life, then sacrifice Verdant Catacombs, search your library for a swamp or forest card, put it into the battlefield, put it onto the battlefield, not in, that would be strange, then shuffle. So that'll be there.
And we only have 5 of the 10 fetch lands in Modern as of 2014. We only have 5 of the 10 in Modern.
Okay. I'm gonna play pre-combat, main phase 1. Noble Hierarch, single green, 0/1 human druid, exalted. It taps for a green, a white, or a blue mana. How do you feel about that?
Looks good to me.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Me, would like to move to the attack step. Little taste. Trigger exalted.
I'm going to respond to the exalted trigger.
Don't like this. Do not like this electrolyze. Dislike this electrolyze.
It's not electrolyze.
Is it worse?
I'm going to try to resolve Snapcaster Mage.
Technically.
So this is a blue and a colorless. Again, has flash.
Yeah.
It's 2/1.
Yep.
And when Snapcaster Mage enters the battlefield, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until the end of the turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. And then open parentheses, italics. You may cast that card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it, closed parentheses. I'd like to target electrolyze.
I cannot stop you.
Okay, again, still the exalted trigger is on the stack here.
It's good timing.
I'm going to cast electrolyze, and I'm going to split 1 damage, put 1 damage on Noble Hierarch and 1 damage on your token.
Interesting. So you're going to try to kill 0/1 and a 2/2.
Yes.
That, okay.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to resolve.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right, I'm going to draw off the electrolyze.
I should change that to a frowny face.
Here.
Yeah.
And this is now,
Thank you. That's
I'm going to turn
Close.
this sideways here to denote that it's been exiled.
Out of here.
Out of
off
here?
the table.
Okay.
Get it out.
I'll move it out of
I don't want to look at it anymore.
Okay. Your exalted trigger resolves.
Thank you.
Okay.
Go second main now.
Yeah.
So here's a nice thing about this fetch land, which I'm going to tap, pay a life and sacrifice, and more importantly, pull a 16. Gives me a better idea what's in my deck.
Yeah, that is a sweet trick.
Yeah. Because I don't
You
know.
you don't remember what's in Birthing Pod from
I'm having
2014?
I'm having some
This
I'm having some slight difficulties at the moment. So this should help just a scotch.
is LSV's curation.
And I'm sure, given that it was LSV's curation, it was quite good.
Is he a good man? Is he good at magic?
Let's not. He's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
Does he still play?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Basic Force will be the weapon of choice.
Did a vintage cube over his house a little while ago?
That's true.
Ooh, brag. Look at that brag.
Yeah.
I just hung out.
Yeah.
You actually played.
Didn't win much, but I did play.
Yeah.
I would present, but I'm going to have some second main phase.
Yeah.
I'm going to set this here for a moment. So let's go ahead and tap this. This will be a green, a white, and a green. Our old pal, one of your arch nemesis, I don't know if that's a word, Kitchen Finks.
Oh, some finks in the sink.
Yeah, some Finks in the sink as it were. Kitchen Finks is 1 Selesnya hybrid. 3/2 when Kitchen Finks comes into play. Old school, not in the battlefield. You gain 2 life, trigger, 18. It's a 3/2 and then has persist when this creature is put into a graveyard from play. If it has no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to play under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. I think you're gonna understand what's happening here in just a moment.
Oh.
I'm going to use this card called Birthing Pod. I'll pay a colorless and then 2 life, gonna put me down to 16. Important to keep track. I'm gonna sacrifice this. There's gonna be a persist trigger on the stack that's going to resolve. Now this is gonna happen. So I'm gonna go back up to 18, and I'm going to search for something that costs 4 mana.
What do you think he's getting there, Patrick? Do you remember?
Restoration Angel or something in that space?
It is an angel. It is an angel of the Linvala variety. Linvala, Keeper of Silence, is a 4 mana 3/4 legendary angel. Flying, activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. It's going to make it difficult to Splinter Twin me, ideally. So, would you like to? He's all set. Wonderful. And I believe my life total is still 18 from the Kitchen Finks persist trigger, and it is your turn, Acquaintance. Good turn. Good turn. For both of us. Think about it. You electrolyzed, killed some of my stuff, and I did some stuff.
A lot of interaction.
I agree.
A lot of interaction. Less so now with the Linvala.
Well, might be able to kill it.
It's, it depends how you want to define interaction. Like, my deck can kill that thing or bounce it or whatever, and, this deck can also win by dealing damage, so it's, we're just playing a game.
We're 2 famous decks for a reason. I see no problem with what's going on here. Compared to Modern today and all the shenanigans of Modern Horizons, this is good, clean Magic.
There are different forms of shenanigans. These were shenanigans at their time.
This is Magic as Richard Garfield intended, played in the format of Modern as Gavin Verhey intended.
Well,
creator of Modern.
Let's bring out Richard Nass. Richard!
No, he's not. He's not here.
All right, back over here. Serum Visions again.
Resolves.
All right, thanks.
Get yourself a new one.
These on the bottom.
Love that.
Really?
I think.
Well, all other things being equal, it's better for me to be burning through bad draw steps because the good cards we're going to be.
It's lose for me either way then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's why.
But whatever, that's fine.
Look, that's why I don't play blue. I don't really understand how it works.
I'm going to play a mountain.
What if you like cast like Keranos or something?
Yeah. Come on.
That had not been invented yet.
No?
Keranos?
What's that set from?
What's that? Wasn't that Theros?
Yeah.
Theros had not come out yet.
Maybe I think it was the second Theros set. What was the second Theros?
Yeah.
I used to be good at this. Born of the Gods.
Born of the Gods. I do not believe Born of the Gods had borned. It
Still-
had not been borned.
Steel trap right here.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to move to combat.
I'm gonna allow it.
Interesting.
No blocks.
No blocks?
Nope.
No effects.
All right, 15.
Second main phase. I'm gonna try to lightning bolt your kitchen finks.
That resolves. There you go, on the table. Lightning bolt is totally fine. Kitchen Finks is into the graveyard. No persistence.
It's your turn.
All right. 4 mana. Cards in hand, I'm gonna assume 4. All right, I'm gonna untap and draw. Main phase 1, Birds of Paradise.
Bet you wish you had that bolt now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a bird.
Yeah, yes, that's what it's. I'm forced for the
He gets
turn.
it.
Yep, I'm
He gets
totally on board with it. I'm going to activate my good buddy, Birthing Pod, sacrificing Birds of Paradise. Lovely. 2 mana spell coming up. Didn't pay for X mana on that one.
What a deal.
Hoodaleel. What a deal.
Julio, what a deal.
Let's see, 2 mana. One of my favorite things to do, activate Birthing Pod with no plan.
I'm gonna go get a voice of research.
There is another one for me to get, so.
Yeah.
Yep. It's also my good buddy Wall of Roots.
Wall Roots is nice with it.
Yeah, I'm a big Wall of Roots
Got
guy.
some mana and just,
But
it's
yeah,
nice with it.
You called it.
Bang!
There it is.
Mike Breen voice. Bang!
That's right. Just ready. We are ready.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, no cut, I assume.
Yeah, you're fine.
Clean shuffle there because you wanted to play a clean game. I get it. Attack step.
Yeah, please do.
Lin volley you.
I have no blocks.
All right, that's it for me.
All right, 16.
16, 15, your play.
Your end step, I would like to cast.
Trigger.
I have
Trigger.
to announce
Trigger.
the spell first.
Trigger.
That's actually the operation. So Cryptic Command, this is a blue, colorless instant.
Go and read that off.
There are two. There are 4 options of which I get to choose 2.
2?
Counter target spell,
Yeah.
or return target permanent to its owner's hand, or tap all creatures your opponents control, or draw a card. The modes that I would like to select are return target permanent to its owner's hand, targeting Linvala, Keeper of Silence, and draw a card.
I like to resolve the trigger.
The trigger resolves.
It's back.
Look at that.
back.
You turned that frown upside down.
Yes, I did. So you're choosing bounce this and.
Draw a card.
All right, resolve.
Okay, so I'm going to draw a card off Cryptic Command. Do you have any more effects?
It's your play.
Okay. I'm going to draw. And how many cards in your hand?
3 of them.
And one's Linvala.
Boop. I thought once I had this, it's just I
Yeah.
ran. I thought it was just I
No.
can't believe. Can you believe?
Like a rookie move would have been for him to just scoop in response and
Yeah.
be like, I can't do it. And now it looks like he might be getting ready to go off here.
Look where I am
He's
now.
definitely thinking. Look at him.
Deep.
There's some steam coming out of the ears.
All right, I'm going to play a Steam Vents, untapped,
Yeah,
so I take 2
Steam.
points of damage.
There we go. What you got now?
14.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tap 4 mana here, 2 red and 2 blue. I'm going to try to put a Splinter Twin on Deceiver Exarch. This is an enchant creature. Enchanted creature has tap, put a token that's a copy of this creature onto the battlefield. That token has haste, exiled at the beginning of the next end step. Does play Abrupt Decay.
I would like to cast Abrupt Decay. Black, green, instant, cannot be countered by spells or abilities. Destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. In the business, they call that a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Wow. You needed both of those pieces to go off.
Yeah, I did. I also had a different line, but so it goes.
Ooh, frisky.
He's got more?
Nah, because I could just twin that thing up.
Okay, feeling it.
All right, I'm going to play Vendilion Click.
Nice.
Just main phase.
You have a voice.
I get it.
All right. Flying Flash. When Vendilion Click enters the battlefield, look at target player's hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player reveals the chosen card, puts it on the bottom of his or her library, then draws a card. I would like to target you.
Clean as a whistle.
There you go.
I'd like to put Linvala, Keeper of Silence.
You know
on
that
the
I can just get it back.
like over
understand.
like over time. or predicated on certain draw steps. Yeah, please,
Okay.
please.
I get to draw a card now?
Yep.
Oof, best part of Magic.
It's your turn.
All right. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Draw a card. Big Limp Bizkit fan.
I don't know who that is.
Good for you.
Was he a pro player?
Good for you. You know, I think in another life,
Yeah.
probably. And Limp Bizkit. Surprise you. Let's see. 3 mana. Activate, play this idiot. I like it.
That's
I
no
like
way
it.
to talk about your opponent.
No, come on. Big fan of that guy over there. Big fan of this birthing pod card too. Okay, let's get it started. It's like the Black Eyed Peas. Let's get it started in here. I listen to a lot of bad music. Birthing pod, I'll take 2.
Okay, 13.
Okay, let's activate this. My good pal. Trigger, I'm gonna make another smiley face. I'm gonna fall down to 11.
Yep.
These tokens are great, Prof.
Yeah, these
great.
Infinitokens that
Yeah.
you can get at infinitokens.com.
Where'd you say you can get them?
You can get them at infinitokens.com.
Say it again?
No,
Infinitokens.com.
.com.
Yeah,
Yes. Not a sponsor, just think they're cool.
but you could be. Okay, let's go ahead and make one of these. Summoning Sick. Gonna get a 3 mana spell. Ooh, hello. Kitchen Finks, trigger. 13, gonna get that 2 life. Now I'm going to activate Birthing Pod again by paying 2 life. Gonna fall down to 11. Kitchen Finks dies. It'll persist back. Gonna come on back with a -1/-1 counter. Trigger, gain 2 life. So back to 13. And now I get to search for a 4 mana creature
All right.
with the Kitchen Finks. So this, in the business, they call this Birthing Pod chaining. And so the Slimavala that Patrick put on the bottom of my deck with that Vendilion Click
Boy,
is now back on the battlefield.
that was not, you didn't get rid of that for long.
No, I didn't.
No.
It's the power of Birthing Pod. So I did have to pay a lot of life to do all of that, like
Yeah,
2.
yeah, that is a lot of life.
Yes.
Are you worried that that has put you at a disadvantage? You are technically losing this game if we go by life total alone, assuming your counter is accurately reflecting your life.
I believe my
I'm not
counter-
certain of.
I believe my counter is accurately reflecting my 13 life.
Yes.
My final play for this turn is going to be our good friend Noble Hierarch. And now that has gassed up everybody's favorite token. I'll trigger Exalted.
I have no block, so I'm looking at 6 here.
You're looking at a healthy 6.
So it's a 5/5 token and then 1/1 for Exalted.
Absolutely.
All right, I go to 8.
All right. I have 1 card left in my hand. You don't know what it is, and it is your turn. Probably.
I can see why Birthing Pod was banned.
Hey, look at you.
Splinter Twin.
Look at you.
Splinter Twin, not so much.
Okay.
Well, I heaved this game in the trash can, unfortunately.
I might get to stay in the chair for a little while.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you and me.
That's right. I'm gonna show you how Splinter Twin is done.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I'm gonna peek. Look at target player's hand and draw a card. Instant.
Little look-ski.
Ranger,
Rios.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, after the wonderful donuts that we had this morning, I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
feeling
that
good.
that sugar rush
Feeling
feeling.
good. Feeling
Yeah.
young. Feeling fresh. Feeling spry.
This is a man who just woke up like about an hour ago.
Hey,
like
yeah.
that's pretty. No, this is impressive. You're kicking his butt.
Tectonic Edge. That it?
That's it.
Oh.
Defeated. Yeah. So
Hey.
this is where some
Hey.
familiarity comes into play.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Well, the turn that I had, I went for it. So I have 7 mana. Twin and Exarch. Hand contains Vendilion Click and the spell. So where I'm at is I can either Vendilion Click you.
Yes.
If you have a path or a decay,
Yes.
that's better, but I'm giving you a redraw if I had to put something on the bottom.
It's true.
If I just go for this, I have any single removal spell covered besides Abrupt Decay, no redraws.
It's also true.
Couldn't remember if the deck played Decay or not. Very good chance I win with the Vendilion Click line because this covers 1 Abrupt Decay and no other interaction. But I couldn't remember if the deck played it or not, and try to play around everything. And
It's like playing in a tournament where you haven't played for a little while, and you're like, I don't know if this deck plays this card or not. A familiar feeling, for Magic players around the world.
so, little lesson here. Most of the time when you lose, it's because you did something really bad. And here we are. I did something really bad.
true.
And now
Right.
Cedric has won
And
the match.
I really like that we're getting the LGS experience because the LGS experience is when you beat your opponent, they then want to talk to you at length about how they could have won that game.
That's true.
if they,
Well,
you know. It's yeah.
The
that's-
LGS experience is oh, if I drew a 4th land or I mulligan to 6 or whatever.
Isn't that what you were just doing?
This is me taking accountability for my own bad play.
That's correct.
So
This was
Cedric
the
didn't
difference.
beat you, you beat you.
No, Cedric beat me.
Oh, okay.
But
You
I just
did.
want to, sometimes it's interesting. I find it usually to be a good conversation to be like, you won. Here's an interesting decision that I had. I took the wrong path. You're the victor. Congratulations and good luck next
And
round.
then?
There we go. Well, it's not over yet because I need to beat Cedric Phillips at Splinter Twin. I'm not really, I would beat Splinter Twin all the time with my Merfolk deck. Merfolk, great matchup against Splinter Twin. I won a booster box playing Merfolk against Splinter Twin once at a modern event in 2014. But you know, I'm not much of a Splinter Twin player, so I think I'm gonna tag in a proxy here. I'm gonna tag in a proxy.
Didn't say anything about this.
Yeah, no, well, this is my show and my rules, and we're at Tolarian Community College, so
Well, so be it. Challenge accepted.
Carmen Handy.
How did I get here?
Teleportation.
yeah, I think you drove.
I heard people not remembering what set Keranos was out of. Is
Yeah,
that
that-
right? I got a thing for that. I'm sorry. I think it's
This
Journey
is
into
someone on
Next
someone on
2014,
coverage.
right?
Someone on coverage.
It's not Born of the God.
Yeah.
Well, look.
no, sorry. Enemy color one's Journey into Next.
Yeah, well, you know, it's pretty easy to remember when you guys make so few cards, so I can't believe I
Do you,
forgot.
do you know my history with Keranos? It was the first and only preview card I ever received from Wizards of the Coast. So Wizards, you're welcome for the free post you got.
I got this pad of paper here with, well, you can't read it, but I can. I've sideboarded out a Malira, some Court of Callings, a Shriekmaw, a Revelark, a Ranger Vios, and a Singleton Birds of Paradise in favor of 4 copies of Thoughtseize, a Sin Collector, 2 Path Exiles, and a Slaughter Pact, because removal is good against the combo. And some of these creatures that I've discussed, Shriekmaw, Revelark, and Ranger Vios, not so ideal in the matchup. And the Birds of Paradise got sideboarded out because, yeah.
All right, so the first thing I'm reaching for to cut is Remand. I saw Voice of Resurgence in the deck. I know there's just a lot of low mana cost stuff, so I just don't think it's really what I'm wanting. I want to play to the board, and I want to kill creatures. So I'm also going to go ahead and cut Dispel to make room for Flame Slash, Anger of the Gods, and Engineered Explosives. It's just going to buy me enough time to get my combo online.
Round 2. We are still in 2014, and the Tolarian tutor herself, Carmen Handy, sits down as my proxy. You are Team Tolarian here. This is, for those who don't know, we had for 3 years the Tolarian Tutor series, and this was the mind behind it. I was merely a presenter of her facts and insight for the Tolarian Tutor series, so what better proxy to sit down in my stead to go up against LSV's birthing pod, piloted by Cedric.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a name.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Well, you know, the pilot is really just like balance, you know, like it's LSV did that deck.
Yeah, it's like an airplane. Just
Right.
the pilot doesn't do anything, the plane does all the work.
Right.
Yeah, let's look at it like that.
That's how it
yeah,
is.
let's not give the
That's how it
pilot
is.
any credit.
In the booth with me is the one and only Patrick Sullivan. Patrick, how do you think this matchup is going to go here now that you're not the one on Splinter Twin?
Oh, I like Carmen's side of this quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, going back to the analogy of an airplane, there was a little pilot error from my side last time, and
Yeah.
Carmen's aptitude, the fact that she was playing much more competitively and much more frequently in 2014 than I was.
Right.
I think that she's going to get this.
Absolutely. If she does, you'll sit down with Birthing Pod to try and reclaim some victory.
That's going to be extremely embarrassing. So
Yes.
let's hope it doesn't come to that.
All right.
Whoa!
For him.
For me.
For him.
Oh, for me.
Yeah.
You may resolve mulligans.
Okay, best of luck.
You as
Best of
well.
luck, thank you.
Too many.
I was gonna say, if you nailed that the first time, that'd be unbelievable.
They're too new.
Okay.
They're too new.
Because I can't even fathom doing that. Ooh, our mulligan.
Mulligan.
Okay, nice.
Now, I guess here's a really good question. Do we have to go by 2014 mulligan rules since the mulligan has changed?
Is the person mulliganing? No.
That's fair. That's fair.
But seriously, what do you think, Patrick? I'm gonna leave this up to my co-coverage host here in the booth.
This would be my policy.
Yes. What would your policy be?
Anything that is not material to the way the deck is constructed, we update to 2022 rules.
All right.
For mulligans, for example.
That's a huge advantage.
Anything that does inform how a deck is constructed, say we went back and played a 1999 match, we have to play with damage on the stack, because that
Right.
actually informs card choices. That's how I would plan on doing it.
Many people argue that the current mulligan is very beneficial to combo in particular.
Well, that's, be that as it
both
may.
combo decks.
Yeah, that doesn't,
Is Birthing Pot a combo?
A single card combo, yes.
Is that?
You draw it and you win. That you just watched it.
Malira's
doesn't-
not in the deck for rate.
Okay,
right.
that's fair. That's fair.
you know, these decks are a little bit fuzzy in that they can win just sort of
Please, I
a normal
trust
combat game. It's not a pure combo deck like Storm or whatever, but no, I think they would both be in the space of combo.
All right then. And Carmen, if we can just put.
I
I'm just
got
no,
you.
I'm just.
I have to put another card on the bottom.
Okay.
Per 2022 mulligan rules.
That's pretty nice for Splinter Twin. Pretty nice. Pretty good. Pretty
All
good.
right. Are you ready, partner?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Well, for my first move, I'm going to play an untapped Steam Vents. This is a blue-red dual land that I pay 2 life to make it enter the battlefield untapped. You're up.
There you go.
Sorry, I was trying to play by your rules.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's gonna be a running joke. This is good. This is good. Right at home here. I'm gonna play Temple Garden. 18 is what I'm at. A Temple Garden is much like a Steam Vents, significantly worse actually. I'm going to play Bird's Paradise. First time. Okay. Well, this creature is dying. It's a 1 mana 0/1 flyer that taps for any color. Cool.
It was an 0 mana 0/1 that tapped for 1 of any color until I cast Lightning Bolt, dealing 3 damage to it.
Continue, please.
Cedric showing a little ring rust. No.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds dirty.
When you cast that bird and Carmen drops that ball on the table, what should you do? Move your die down to 15. Just move it down to 15.
No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's
Ring
me.
rust.
That's on me.
Ohio Valley Cedric 2002
Yep.
would be at 15
would
right
be at
now and
15.
calling a judge over.
That's true.
Target.
Ring rust.
That's true. That's true. It's your turn. It's your turn. I don't have any more.
I'm going to play an island. This
Please,
is a basic
please, please
land
don't.
that taps for blue and enters the battlefield untapped. And I've decided it's your turn.
I feel like there's more to a basic land than what you said because, like, I feel like you could fill it with text.
There's actually an offering from Secret Lair where you can. I can't.
No,
do
I
it.
saw
I'm
that. I saw
sorry.
that Reddit post. I saw the Reddit post.
Verdant Catacombs. We've already played this one. I'm going to sacrifice this. I'm going to fall down to 15 and do the old fetch shock as it were.
I was hoping it was discard step time.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be an Overgrown Tomb, everybody's
do?
favorite. It's like a Temple Garden, but it's Golgari. Excuse me, Witherbloom.
It's Golgari. There's a symbol on it to help you remember.
Hey, that's true. That's actually really smart. Whoever came up with it, call those watermarks?
Yeah, it's iconography you build into the world building, and then you can leverage it to sell merchandise.
I like that. I like that. That's really smart. That's really smart. I'm gonna have the Overgrown for black. Okay. It's nice.
Carmen
good
giving you the Asheville slip and slide.
Yeah, that's a good cut right there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna play Viscera Seer. First appearance on camera, single black, 1/1, vampire wizard, sacrifice a creature, scry 1. It is your turn.
I like it when the text on Viscera Seer is backwards. It makes it easier to read it from the other side of the table.
That's true. That's true. Please continue.
I'm gonna play an island. This taps for
I know
a
what
blue.
that does. I know what that does. Veteran of the game.
All right, fine, go.
Stalwart.
You know
of
what
the
it
game.
does? Go.
All right, untap. Any upkeep effects?
Nope.
Great. I'm gonna draw. Okay. Main phase 1, single black. Thoughtseize. Sorcery. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. You lose 2 life if it resolves.
Target.
You.
I'm gonna go ahead, tap 3 of them.
Ooh.
Cast a Deceiver Exarch. This is that cleric. 1/4 flash. ETB. Untap one of my cards or tap one of your cards. I'm gonna go ahead, tap that Temple Garden of yours.
Response. I'm gonna float a white mana.
A white mana.
White mana.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Thoughtseize resolves. Here's a Misty Rainforest, an Anger of the Gods, and a Flame Slash. This kills a lot of creatures. This kills 1 creature.
Okay. I'm gonna select Anger of the Gods. I'm gonna go down to 13. I'm resolving that thought too.
We agree about one thing.
Okay.
So you'd have taken the Flame Slash, it
Well, we'll
sounds
see.
like.
We'll see.
Who's to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Path Exile with my white mana floating instant. Remove target creature from the game. Its controller may search his or her library for a basic land card, put it into play tap, and then shuffle their library.
I'm gonna get a tapped basic mountain.
I know what that does.
It taps
I know
for
what that does.
red.
Yeah, I know what that does. I will be attacking you with this Viscerous here for a single point of damage.
Block with Flame Slash.
Dead. Yep. And
Would
then
you like to cut my library?
actually, in this instance, I would love to. So there's that. Here's this. You have a Flame Slash and a Misty Rainforest in hand, and 4 mana, and my turn is unfortunately over.
Here's Misty Rainforest.
Good choice.
It is the blueberry flavor of your verdant catacombs. You may go.
I like that. I like that. I like blueberries. Okay, Sad.
She has so much more mana than him.
End of turn.
No, that path. Not a great play.
Anytime I'm gonna sacrifice Viscerous here. I'm gonna scry 1. I'm gonna put this card in the bottom of my library. Upkeep.
Brick, 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 brick.
What do you think? You think I need a land? Still got it. Gavney Township. Taps for colorless. You can pay 2 a green and a white and tap it. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, which I may have some interest in doing at some point this game. We are going to play. Yeah, right. Options. Quite a few of them. Eternal Witness. GG1. 2/1 Eternal. 2/1 Human Shaman. Enter the battlefield. Turn target card from graveyard to your hand.
I'm gonna crack Misty Rainforest, so I lose a life. And then
Come on, not cryptic.
I'm going to go ahead and obtain another one of those steam vents I've been talking about.
The untap.
I'm resolving Misty Rainforest. If you could have some respect, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. No cut, thank you.
No cut. Okay. I will elect not to pay 2 life, so it enters the battlefield tapped.
Okay.
And then I will spend 3 blue and 1
Dislike.
for a cryptic command,
Yep.
choosing to counter your spell and draw a fresh card.
Wow.
Okay, it's a good draw step.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
drew it myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I heard a very smart Magic player constructed this deck. I'm just hoping to do him justice, you know?
Understood.
Someone has to.
Don't like how this game's going.
All right, here's Scalding Tarn. This is the raspberry flavor of Misty Rainforest. You may go.
May I? Thank you. Don't you wink at me. Ooh, hello. Yeah, this is not going well. Kitchen Finks played this one last game.
Kitchen Finks. I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh no.
pay a life to Scalding Tarn, go to 15.
Sure.
I think you're gonna get Snapcaster Cryptic here. That's my feeling about this.
Yeah. That's your read on the situation?
Honestly. So with Scalding Tarn, I'm gonna get Basic Island. This
choice.
is a basic land that taps for a blue and enters the battlefield untapped.
It
I'd
is
like
that.
to cut my library.
I'm okay. Okay.
Then I'm going to spend a blue and a colorless and cast Snapcaster Mage.
It's a good card.
So
Snap.
this is a 2/1 with Flash.
Snap.
That when it enters the battlefield, I can cast an instant or sorcery from my graveyard.
That's neat.
I'm gonna go ahead.
We want to target with that.
I'm going to target Cryptic Command.
Okay.
And then tap 4 of my lands, choosing to counter your Kitchen Finks and bounce my Snapcaster Mage.
There was a period of time in our pickup basketball scene where if you block someone's shot, you'd scream counter draw.
You can keep going. You can keep going. Moseying along.
In case you,
I'm aware.
I know before you,
I know them both.
yeah, you're right. I just want to make sure that you don't forget.
No. Big brain over here.
I know you. It was a long time since you saw these decks.
You're very
I want to
helpful.
draw. I'm going to say go.
Okay.
I have effects on your upkeep. I'm going to tap 3 of them and cast Pestermite.
Sure.
This is a fairy rogue. It's kind of like Deceiver Exarch, except I can tap or untap whatever I want. I make the rules, you understand.
I do.
I'm
You make the
gonna go
game
ahead.
and the rules.
Tap the Overgrown Tomb.
Did you come into this game thinking, worst case scenario, at least the trash talk's gonna be a little bit more muted?
I did. I did, actually. It hurts to know how wrong I am.
Listen, we
yeah.
haven't got to go to like a PTQ in a long time and just like really let it out in the car. I've been saving up.
It's true. It's been, what, 3 years since we went to that PTQ in Vancouver together? 2019?
I don't know, that was years ago.
Maybe 2018. Wall of Roots. Oh, this is an easy one to read. 1 a green 0/5 wall, put a -1 counter on Wall of Roots, add a green in your mana pool, play this ability as a mana source, Mirage. Use this ability only once each turn. Please take your turn.
Do you know that in 1997, 1998, there was an infinite combo involving Wall of Roots and making infinite mana in between turns? Different rule set.
Is there an in-between turns?
There was at the time.
Wow.
And you could make infinite mana and kill someone with like Magma Mine or something like that. They fixed that rule pretty quickly.
That's wild.
There you go.
That's a great name for a podcast, In Between the Turns.
Yeah.
It's good. No, brand that.
Yeah.
Merch
Isn't
that.
that the Zach Galifianakis Magic podcast?
Yes.
I don't know the pro players.
Yep. Big draw
He's no
stuff.
Fred Durst, but he does his best. All
Need to
right.
get a red hat.
You ready?
Oof. 11.
Frankly, scoreboard. I'm gonna cast Spellskite.
Consider drawing a land? Ever?
I drew 2 of them, actually. They helped me cast my spells.
Okay.
Done with that now.
Yep.
Today, we're gonna go ahead and cast an 0/4 that I can pay a blue or 2 life to redirect a spell to it.
Correct.
You're up.
Yeah, it looks like maybe 7 lands against 6 spells. Like, if anything, she's flooded out a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that way though. So.
Well, that's the power of modal cards. So
I
you get to
understand.
they ameliorate flooding out.
Thank you, game designer Patrick, for the breakdown. Well,
There seemed to be confusion because you were complaining about it.
I was just stating a fact.
What were you stating?
I was stating a fact. It's 11 to.
15.
Carmen, he can't handle all this heat.
Let's see. So Snapcaster Mage and Flame Slash.
He thought that the points where you were not taking game actions would be a reprieve, but then it's my turn to interfere from outside the ring.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
-1, -0 counter. -1 counter, excuse me. Green, black, and a close mana. It's our good friend, Thrun the Last Troll. Thrun is a 4-mana 4/4 Troll Shaman, legendary. Can't be countered, and Thrun can't be the target spells or abilities your opponents control, and you can pay 1 and a green to regenerate Thrun. It is your turn.
Cannot do
Results.
anything about that.
And signed by the artist Jason Chan.
Very nice.
That was my very first Magic event ever that I attended. It was in Worlds, San Francisco, and I was so giddy. I got it signed by Jason Chan.
It's a good looking signature.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. It's very well done. My signature is a disaster, so this is very well done. It's your turn.
Yours has a smiley face.
It does. I like to be happy. That's same smiley face. How it cost you, that token. It's part of my signature, so we'll settle up after the show.
Okay.
It's 9 here.
All right, 9 there.
I'm not great with spin downs.
I'm gonna go ahead, burn that Flame Slash, and do 4 here to your Wall of Roots.
Plants on fire.
And yeah, you know what? I'm good.
Okay.
You're up.
Any upkeep effects?
Nah,
Thank goodness.
too
Draw.
good for that.
Party time.
11 times.
Yeah. Thrun getting it in. Kitchen Finks.
The things. What do I think about that?
Trigger. 11. Your turn.
Right now. Close.
9 again. Kind of feeling good how this game's going now. You know, dead any draw step, but
Thrund is just,
Thrun's
what do you
huge.
do
It's
about
huge.
it?
It's huge. It's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Big. I'm gonna draw a card. Oh yeah. You have Snap and Mystery.
I have.
Oh, excuse
Snap.
me. Yeah, Snap and a Mystery card.
I have Mystery.
Oh, two mystery
And I have
cards.
Mystery.
I don't like that, but okay.
Oops, all heaters.
Bang!
Ooh.
Double Hark. We've seen this one before. Don't need to explain that. Attack step. Trigger. Exalted.
This is one of those you're dead and I have to find it kind of spots.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, one player has the card that's impossible to interact with, and it's Cedric. Thrun in many
mean-
ways. perfect design
It's a great design.
because it's appealing. It's not actually very good. And then all the most annoying spikes on social media get to have the experience of their opponent plays Thrun, annoying spike wins because Thrun's not very good, and they get to go to social media and complain how stupid the card is, even after they win.
I mean, it varies, right? Sometimes you're just like, all right, that card's dumb. And then they're like, all right, well, dumb or not, you can't outsmart a hammer.
Right, yeah, it's beautiful. What a design.
That's
All right.
the name of my Magic career. Dumb or not, you can't outsmart a hammer.
All right, whatever.
Yes.
We're at 6.
You took 5. It's lovely. I'm gonna play Temple Garden untapped. I'm at 7. You're
needed
getting
that.
closer. I'm gonna play Spike Feeder. For those of you who don't know, Spike Feeder, GG1, 0/0 creature type Spike. They don't make those anymore. Spike Feeder comes into play with 2+1/+1 counters. You can pay 2 mana, remove a +1/+1 counter from Spike Feeder to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Good with Thrun, and then you can remove a +1/+1 counter from Spike Feeder to gain 2 life. The big question now is, does it resolve?
I think it has to.
All right, 2 counters, do your worst. Ooh, interesting. I might steal this one. I'm kind of feeling good about it.
I think I will.
Oh!
I will tap 5 for Kikijiki Mirror Breaker. This is a 2/2 with haste. You can tap it, put a creature token into play that's a copy of target non-legendary creature I control. It gains haste, and at the beginning of the next end step, I do have to sacrifice it.
Can we back up real quick? Is that a 5-mana 2/2?
I mean, it has power and toughness.
How could that card possibly be stronger than Thrun? Which is a 4-mana 4/4 and much harder to kill or counter.
All right, well,
Allow the Tolarian tutor to
It
take you
comes
to
with-
school.
2 additional power and toughness. So let's unpack this 2 power and toughness. I'm gonna tap it, and I'm going to target Pestermite. So what this is going to do,
The token with this. Oh, you don't want the smiley face.
I mean, they're called Infinite tokens.
That's
And
true.
So I think it's fitting. Can I borrow, if you don't mind?
He apparently does. He has changed it to
So I'm gonna go ahead and make a Pestermite, which will allow me to tap or untap target permanent, and I'll be choosing Kikijiki.
It's a good choice.
I will elect to choose the untapping. Then I'm going to tap Kikijiki Mirror Breaker, which allows me to create a copy of target non-legendary creature that I control, and I'm gonna go ahead and target Pestermite.
Okay.
we got another token coming here.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
This is
Yep.
Is that a box? What is that?
It's a word. It's an air bubble that says "Ced's dead, baby."
Oh, okay.
Frankly,
It's a good token.
hit me. I need it.
Okay.
And when this enters the battlefield, I think you'll pick your cards up, but it's unclear. We can make it to combat.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, this is gonna enter the battlefield, untap a thing,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna do this several more times.
Okay. Well, I'm only at 7. You don't need to do it several more times.
No, I get to.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, then you
Our-
win. All right. You win. Great game. Great game. Thanks for the dead handshake. I really appreciate it.
I told you.
Yeah.
Told you. Team Tolarian gonna win.
I had 3 of a kind,
Oh, okay.
and the whole time was just like, I can't lose with these tools.
Oh, you can.
But I can't figure out how to win either. And you just had so much life. Unfortunately, it wasn't like so much life, you know?
I'm aware. I'm aware. This was an enjoyable experience. I can't wait to do it again.
Patrick,
Yeah.
if you beat, which I don't think you can, the Tolarian tutor who now literally makes this game from Tolarian Community College to Wizards of the Coast, if you do somehow, I mean, variance is a thing, so if somehow you do defeat her, then you will have won the match.
I know. I'm thinking about it right now, and
You can sideboard if you don't think
I'm
Cedric
gonna.
did this good
I
sideboarding.
can't be bothered to look through a deck with that many one-ofs and come to.
Yeah.
Again, what's another Greg Hatchism? If it's wrong, it's not by much.
It's also true.
Right. Yeah,
also
I'm
true.
willing to just let it go. Well, I never played the deck before, so, I looked in the sideboard real quick to see if there was a second Thrun or a Troll Ascetic or something like that. There wasn't, so I kept it the same.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shuffle Up and Play here from Tolarian Community College. I am your host, Cedric Phillips. I am joined by some truly fantastic people, most notably the professor.
Oh, hello. We're here at round 3, and we also have some other wonderful people here.
Do we?
The Tolarian tutor herself, Carmen Handy. She's playing for the honor of the college because if she wins, that means that Tolarian Community College has just beaten the dynamic duo of coverage, which is pretty epic. It's also a win for Wizards of the Coast because, as you know, most people say the people who make the game don't really know how to play it. And that would be putting that rumor to end forever.
Yep.
That's high fives aplenty back in Renton, for sure.
A lot riding on this game.
A lot riding on it. Here we have the one, the man, the legend, the myth.
That's how the saying goes. The one, the man, the legend, the myth. That's the saying.
That is the saying.
The basic, the mountain.
From Flagtown, New Jersey, population 190.
Is that true?
It is true.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, you know, it's not great, but it's got its certain charms.
There's 178 of them.
That's
It's true.
You may resolve mulligans.
It's a pleasure.
You as well. Good luck.
Thank you.
1, 2. God, that's really good. I can't believe
That's the
ability.
It's
Like,
very rare.
Did you practice that a ton? Like, what's the truth here?
I don't know. I've handled a lot of Magic the Gathering collectible card game cards in my day, you know?
I pride myself as having a very smooth, stylized, attractive sort of mannerisms and way of doing things at the table. Carmen's got me rinsed.
Yeah, it's destroyed.
just not even close.
I'm no Kibler, but a lot of my table demeanor is very, very practiced. I've played a lot of
your
games in my
cards
life,
still
you know?
retain value, so that's good. That's good.
Am I on the play or on the draw?
You're on the play because I
Your
lost.
choice.
Yeah.
The play.
Are you?
I would have been blown away if you're like, well, you're mulliganing, so enjoy going first.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that would have been a level. You say I'm rusty. That's Ohio through and through right there.
I mean, you know for sure one of the cards in my hand.
Okay. So do I now.
Is it the last one? Or the first one?
First and last. Yeah, first and last. All right. This is, I'm going to tell myself, the worst hand I would be willing to keep, but I know that's not really true.
I did what I had to do. I had an island and I had a Serum Visions and no other lands. And
That is really impressive.
Thank you. Right?
That is really impressive.
Professor, do you mind if I show my hand to Cedric to see what
go
his
ahead.
opinion would have been? Would you have shipped this back or kept?
Ooh, okay. You know I love the mulligan. You know that about me.
mulliganing's like the best part of Magic, and I'm not being ironic.
Especially with these new mulligan rules that really benefit Splinter Twin.
Nah, I've literally
Oh.
written the You Should Mulligan More article 3 times. He's had to edit it all 3 times.
True. It's good all 3 times too. I think I may have kept.
I think game 1, that's a mull.
I think it's an.
It's a
Did you
mulligan one.
mulligan or did you keep?
I kept.
You kept,
I
okay.
think it's right on the line in this game. All
I
right.
will say this: you kept, and you're going to lose.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can't
Yeah.
the classic can't mulligan, can't win hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a 6 you're happy with?
I do.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna play a Temple Garden tapped. It's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna play an island. This is,
I'm familiar
Never
with it.
gets old.
I got too much respect.
Noted. Noted.
All right. Serum Visions. This is a 2-step process. Step 1, you draw a card. Step 2, you scry 2.
Draw a card and then put the top 2 cards of your deck on the bottom.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's how the card works.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I'll meet you in the middle. I'll put one atop my library and my library atop the other. Go.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna play a Swamp. And I'm gonna play Spellskite, which we've seen in the last game. 0/4 artifact creature. It's your turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. Steam Vents. We've seen this one a couple times. Pay 2 life. It's a blue-red duel. I will do so. And then, all the way back from the last game is Flame Slash, which will deal 4 to your Spellskite. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn.
All right, I'm gonna tap and draw. And play a Misty Rainforest, which is the
Blueberry Scalding Tarn.
Blueberry
Let's
Scalding
go.
Tarn, beautiful.
Or wait, no. It's the green Scalding Tarn. What's the green flavor?
Kiwi.
Kiwi Scalding Tarn.
Apple?
Apple Scalding Tarn?
Pear.
I like apple more.
I'm gonna sacrifice it.
It's your
Give me-
card. It's the apple. It's the apple Scalding
I'm gonna
Tarn.
fall to 19 here.
Lime.
Oh, lime's a heater.
Yeah. One of my favorite flavors.
Yeah, big same. I am a lime enjoyer.
Can't wait to see. Good shuffle. Good shuffle. Good side shuffle.
Thank you. Tap my 3 lands and play an Eternal Witness. We've seen the last game at 2-1. Enters the battlefield and I can regrowth, and I'm going to target Spellskite.
I agree with you.
Go ahead.
All right, step 1 is the untap, then the upkeep, then the draw.
You and I do have the just the most attractive mannerisms at the table of any 2 people before or after.
I learned from the best, baby. Okay, so I've got a Tectonic Edge. If you have 4 lands, I can pay 1 and tap it and sack it to blow up a non-basic of yours.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just a colorless land. Speaking of learning from the best, I'm going to take 1 out of your book and go ahead and cast a main phase Vendilion Click. So this is a 3/1 flash flying creature where I'm get to look at your hand, pick a card that you put on the bottom, and then draw a different card.
Vanillion Click resolves, and you're targeting me.
Bang.
I'm going to separate these lands versus spells.
Oh my goodness, he's got a Thrun. That card's really good.
Let's go ahead, get the Spellskite out of here.
Wow. Just doesn't care about Thrun.
I'm going to draw off the Vendilion Click.
Unbelievable.
He's going to spend all his mana next turn on Thrun, just like I wanted to.
May I draw off the Vendilion Click? I'm going to pick my hand up.
Yep, have fun.
It's time. It's time.
I would like to move to combat.
All right, 16.
I'm going to play a Godless Shrine untapped scrub land where I can take 2.
It's time,
All
Prof.
17.
I think if Patrick ends up winning with Thrun, he has to publicly state it's a really good card.
I'm going to tap the Temple Garden for green.
Thrun, in case you weren't aware.
Throw in the last troll can't be countered, so you can't stop it that way.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Can't target with the spells or abilities your opponent controls,
Wouldn't dream of it.
and it can regenerate.
It's greatness on another level.
Yeah.
If you want to play it out, that's fine, but in the meantime, I'm going to pass it back to you.
I would actually argue greatness on a different level. God mode.
All right, good one.
God mode here.
What can you do against
Can't
it?
do anything.
You can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
Frankly.
I think Birthing Pod shouldn't have been banned, and they should have banned Thrun.
Now that is hard to argue.
Yeah.
That's hard to argue. Based off of this large sample size we have here, in which I played it and lost, and now Patrick played it and we'll see.
Yeah?
Yep, almost assuredly maybe time to go.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I will say this. I believe Thrun is still legal in Modern and is not seeing the appropriate amount of play, so perhaps it is in Shadow Ban.
Well, the problem is that you can't risk your opponent hitting it off of Ragavan.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's
then they have yours, and what are you supposed to do? It's really the only way you can stop it by definition is
Called prescriptive counterplay.
Exactly.
Actually, it's a good thing to have in the belt.
we call it emergent gameplay. It's something we use only sarcastically or as a pejorative.
Of course, of course. All right, Scalding Tarn, Raspberry Misty Rainforest. I'm gonna go ahead to 15 and then 13.
Oh, the old fetch shock.
The old 1-2 punch of sorts. Get another one of those steam vents. We've been talking so much about this match. I really didn't want to, but
Does your
expect
show?
to draw well.
You have an advantage bar?
You're good.
We don't have an advantage bar, so who would, if we did have I could have my editor make one as you describe it, though. It's fine.
You would,
Yeah.
It would be like in the cartoons with the thermometer. Once Thrun comes down,
Right.
it like blows off. Yeah, it like shatters the glass at the end. There's no
Yeah,
more advantage
right.
bar.
It's a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. No. Yeah.
Frankly, like
yeah.
white carpet. This is nice.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
we
well.
couldn't-
I spilled some coffee.
Wow.
That's coffee stain, by the way. I have to clear that up to all the guests. That's coffee.
I thought it was the advantage bar. All right, Serum Visions. The first step, the second step. That was good.
Looking at 2 cards that cannot stop Thrun.
That's true. You got me there. This is ugly. I think it's what we gotta do. All right, top, bottom, because make sure I didn't mess that up.
The blocks will fall to 14.
There you go.
Huge overdog.
We're in my upkeep.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Like I said, they never should have banned either of these decks. This is how Modern was supposed to be played,
Yeah.
as Gavin Verhey intended
I agree.
when he invented Modern. He doesn't get enough credit for that. I wonder if he gets royalties off of Modern Masters.
Every time
sales,
we
'cause
say it. Every time we say modern.
I
What a modern solution.
Yeah. Every time we say it. Just ching.
I'm just trying. No. I'm digging deep here to try to think if there's another double red card in this deck besides the combo pieces. Kiki G, Kira Twin. Because that 2 points off the, I mean, maybe if you don't have another land or another red mana, you're just sort of pricing to getting
You want
it.
to phone a friend?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Do you want to phone Cedric?
Maybe.
Mercy.
No such thing.
Holy.
I'm going to try to resolve a Noble Hierarch.
Frankly, it's what I deserve.
I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs as a land. That's the Rotten Apple to the...
It's the Witherbloom. That's the Witherbloom flashland.
No one called. That's not getting over.
No symbology on that one.
I'd like to move to combat.
Best place to be in a game.
I'm going to attack with Thrun and trigger Exalted.
That's true. I agree with you. I'm at 8.
Nice.
It's your turn.
Ooh. What we got cooking? What we got cooking in the old Gasaroo here? Okay. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and cast Deceiver Exarch and tap your Godless Shrine.
We're good. I'm just pointing my Grandmaster attack.
Okay.
Just Grandmaster
You can't
attack.
just point at the creatures and know what I'm.
Well, no, because the
supposed to
witness
know
would
what
have
that
just
means.
died and be down a point. Instead, I'm up a point and my witness is still here. I was just referring to my Grandmaster attack that you just saw. Like, that's all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry.
You're a clever young man.
Not that young.
You're
Not that young.
You're proud of not attacking a 2/1 into a 1/4. Is that what you're proud
It was
of
a
right now?
strong read.
Well, I mean, I'm giving up a point in the spot where it's Pestilent or nothing.
I know how the math works.
And so I got to look at like what's that point worth versus what's the witness worth. You know, I don't know.
Okay.
I have no blocks.
Sharp.
I agree with you.
All right, I'll fall to 11.
Behold the island.
Yeah. I'm gonna tap.
That's true.
I would like to move to combat.
Sure.
Pow.
Trigger Exalted.
I'm at 3.
Second main phase.
Intuition for creeping chills?
Kevyn Township.
No?
Your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and activate this Tectonic Edge to blow up the Gavany Township you just played.
Does the land that I get come into play tapped or
You don't get a
You don't
land.
get a land.
Oh, it's just a straight. Okay.
Yep.
It's worse Wasteland.
Did you read the card? Reading the card explains the card.
Fact.
It's helpful, I would think, on coverage to know what the cards do, so that you know.
See, here's the thing.
They got a guy
Here's
for
the thing.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Well, it's even more helpful when you're playing the game to know what the cards
And
do.
how many cards are in your hand?
I have 3.
Kind of. The brains behind the operation.
Would it have been a bad violation if, like, she hadn't said anything and he went to get a card, and then, like, is that you gotta call a judge?
It's not
for that?
great.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great.
Not great.
I'm going to play Pestromite.
Yep.
Tap your Verdant Catacombs. Okay, untap. Draw. Combat.
Yeah.
5.
Blocks.
All right,
6.
you are up.
And you are at 3.
I agree with you.
Move to attacks.
I'm going to tap 4 and cast Cryptic Command. The 2 modes that I'm going to be choosing are to tap your creatures and draw a card.
Cryptic Command results.
If only that deck ran mana tithe.
Easy W then.
No, it just still blocks out. I mean, it would be good, but I'm gonna play a Temple Garden tapped. It's your turn.
All right, well, step 1. Sulfur Falls,
Yeah.
land ETBs untapped because I control an island. Am I dead? Short answer, yes. unfortunately.
Who can stop Thrun?
We need that public declaration, though.
Runs a
right.
tough one to start, or stop rather.
That Luis Scott Vargas.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well, he knew what he was doing when he put Thrun in the deck.
In the main.
In the main. He put Thrun main board. He was like, whoa!
right.
Someone at Wizards goofed.
That's right.
Combat
Yup.
3.
Mm, 4 damage. And try to cast Abrupt Decay targeting your vanilla and click.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Second main. I'm gonna cast Kiki-Jiki, Mirror Breaker.
Yep.
So this is the infinite combo fellow we saw in the last game where I can tap it to copy a creature I control. Go. I have effects during my end step.
During your end step?
During my end step.
Okay.
I'm going to tap Kiki-Jiki and target Deceiver Exarch.
I'm going to respond with a path on your Kiki-Jiki.
Okay. I will get my tapped land.
I'm not fist bumping you yet.
I will make a copy of Deceiver Exarch
Okay.
and untap Sulfur Falls.
Okay. Are we
As
back?
you were.
Why path that?
A Kiki-Jiki?
Yeah.
So
He
next
doesn't die
turn.
if he has a
Ne-
doesn't
ne-
have a removal spell.
Next turn. So if I target the Exarch,
Yeah.
next turn she's priced into blocking with Pester Might, and then I'm dead to any piece. I'm saying that's right. That's the reason.
Okay.
I'm also drawing pretty heavy here, but
All right.
How do we draw?
pretty late.
Here is my Deceiver Exarch.
Speaking of drawing, that is probably the best drawing of the day, though that's not saying much.
I use these tokens to
I would
cube.
have played the
Yeah,
turn.
they're great.
Yeah, they are great. Infinite tokens.
I draw a lot of tokens.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
I think I'm probably pathing at the end of the second main phase, at the very least, because now, like, you can't get through the 1/4 or whatever, so like, just kind of a free block, right? Because it's hanging around the end step. But
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair that your opponent is getting
we are
coaching
where we are.
from
Yeah.
Cedric, or do you think it's just sad?
this is actually how it works in the coverage booth. You work together as a team.
Yeah, but he's playing.
Yeah, we're a
You're
team.
advising.
We are a team.
At the end of this step, or the beginning of the end step, I will sacrifice Deceiver Exarch. Good if I go?
Yeah.
All right, well,
We're dead.
I will cast the Splinter Twin, targeting
the
Deceiver
Splinter Twin.
Exarch.
All right, hold on. I got a response.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna add green and black.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna regenerate shield from the last roll. Okay. Splinter Twin resolves.
Okay, thank God. This is an enchant creature that I can now tap my Deceiver Exarch to make another one, who will then untap the Deceiver Exarch, and then another one, and then another one.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and listen to you talk.
The DJ Khaled of infinite combos, another one, and then eventually you're dead.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm glad we got to do this.
Me too.
Tolarian Community College, once again, victorious over the commentators of, well, you were a commentator as well. So
that's
that
right.
We've
actually
been on a
now
lot of the
means
same shows together.
that actually means, well, I'm too busy making Magic content to consume a lot of Magic content, so I wouldn't.
we were
really-
making Magic content.
I know, that's what I mean.
I seen your stuff.
Well, like that's the difference. That's the difference.
Uh-huh.
But now you have proven yourself by beating each of your former co-hosts.
Colleagues.
Now, not colleagues now. Now she is the master.
That's true.
If you want to ask her for some tips after the show, you might want to.
And/or tricks.
Cedric and I still get to be in the booth together sometimes.
Yeah.
Occasionally, yes. Yes. Occasionally, there are Magic Online tournaments to cover and hope that the program works.
Wait, you can play Magic online?
You can, believe it or not.
Weird.
You know what that is? That's an untapped source of content for you. You think about that, and
Yeah.
I'll take a royalty check.
I would love to, because also when you make content and you get lots of comments on your content, that helps the content. And if I did some Magic Online, I'd have everybody in the comments saying, "What is this? What is this program?" I'm kidding. It's where you go to play Vintage Cube.
Hey!
You don't want to play against me there.
That's true. Cedric has an astronomic Vintage Cube win rate for someone who has played so much of it.
That's right. Come get a taste. Or don't.
Might literally be the highest in the world.
And all of that did him no good here.
That's true.
Unfortunately, this is vintage modern.
There's no thrun in the cube.
Yeah, that's
Think you can fix that? There's no thrun in the cube.
I did fix that. There's no throne in the cube.
Well, after being soundly defeated by Carmen in game 2 and having to watch game 3 from the sidelines, not bad. Not bad. May have played a couple of turns different on either side because I'm great and they're just okay. But at the end of the day, it was all right. It was all right. It's tough to watch my partner lose there, but Carmen, you finally got one over on me and over on us. And to that I say, congratulations.
Boom! Finally got him. After years, I finally beat Cedric. I got to play against Patrick, and it was just some absurd top decks. Could not feel better, and, not to toot my own horn too hard, I think I played that last turn pretty well against P. Sully, so not much to complain about. Score 1 for the college.
I mean, you saw I played so bad. Like you saw that last turn, right? Like it's a lot of things. We were like, Carmen peeled out so bad on that last turn. Like I mean, she was missing all the pieces. Thrun was like a turn or two away, and like we established, you can't counter it, you can't kill it, regenerates, whatever. And then obviously on the last possible turn, draws a piece and kills me. Played perfect, but sometimes that's not enough.
3 years of Tolarian Tutor. 3 years, and despite, at the end of every episode, saying that this was brought to you by my very own Tolarian Tutor, Carmen Handy, people would constantly make comments saying, oh, geez, Professor doesn't really know what he's talking about. Oh, Professor doesn't know. I don't know. That's why I go for the best. So you might want to revisit some of those videos.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Tonight, we're doing Commander, but not just any Commander, Jank Commander. Cast of One More Mana is here today. What brand of sleeves are those, Ken?
These are Dragon Shield.
Transparent.
But did I see a flip card?
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Okay.
And that is goaded. And you take 5. That's not what I had in mind when I thought Jank off.
Isn't it though?
Boo this man. I'm noticing a lot of different things here. It's either Jank or it fits the budget. Which one is it?
I'm gonna play this janky card. It's called the Mana Crypt.
And spend 1,
Oh, this is
2,
sweet.
3.
This is sweet.
Four.
Wait,
Actually,
flag, wait, I need a judge.